my name is Christy Morrison, your Tahoe Truckee real estate expert. Today we're going to take a different track. I have my friend Kristin O'Connell here. Kristin is really inspiring. She started a nonprofit called Devoted to Children in Haiti. It's one of my favorite nonprofits. I give money to this program and wanted to reach out if you guys want to be inspired. Let's listen to Kristin. So Kristin, tell us a little bit about Devoted to Children.
Okay, so Devoted to Children Foundation is an all-women-run organization that is supporting the needs of vulnerable children in Jacmel, Haiti. Our main focus is the D2C family home, in which we have 8 children that are being raised in their community by their Haitian people, and we are not only providing them with shelter, education, a safe place, but we also are giving them an opportunity for a better future.
So Kristin lives here in Truckee. I've known you for over 20 years. We met each other on the ski hill back in our 20s. So Kristin, how did you get involved with Haiti and helping kids in Haiti?
So it was a really spontaneous thing. I was actually invited down by a midwife I had been studying with. I was a midwife back in the day, and I was given an opportunity to volunteer at a birth center after the earthquake that hit Haiti. So I went down there for about a month, and as I was working in this birth center, I was just so inspired and touched. There was just so much devastation, and I really had a desire to do more. And it was one day that opportunity kind of landed in my lap when I met a Haitian man who started telling me about his dream to open an orphanage. So after grilling him with a million questions and talking to him at length, I suddenly just burst into tears because I realized that that was what I had been looking for. And I told him, I don't know how, but I'm going to help you. So I came back to the States and raised a bunch of money and ended up going back down there to hopefully help him start this orphanage, which ended up more like me taking over and doing it myself. So that's the Devoted to Children was created, and we set it up as a nonprofit, and it's been 7 years now up and running.
Yeah, and then tell us a little bit more about the outreach now. It's not just the 8 kids that you're taking care of, but also the after-school program that's been started and on and off, and so where are you guys on that?
Yeah, so like I said, our main focus is the D2C family home, and we had taken in 8 children who were orphaned and abandoned. But what we realized that we didn't want to be a typical orphanage, and so rather than keep bringing children into this home, we decided to serve the community at large through educational opportunities. And so one of the things that was set up in response to that was the D2C after school program. And this is a program that serves the kids that are really struggling in school with one-on-one tutoring, and it's basically for all kids in the community. Doesn't matter what school they go to, but they're picked out as struggling. So this is to help them succeed in school.
Great. So tell us a little bit about like who these kids were, where they came from, what their situation was, and where they are now.
So we have a new girl, Lonnie, that's been with us almost a year now, and this is kind of an interesting story. She was brought to us from social services. She was found on the streets, had been looking for her dad, who had abandoned her as what they call a restivec, and not as a child slave that is basically given to a family to do domestic labor. So she ran away from this situation, was searching for her father, and ended up in the streets of Jacmel. And she was 8. And so you can imagine, you know, this young girl that traveled over the mountains and was like living on the streets. They brought her to our home, and she just went from being, you know, very sick and needing a lot of care to just thriving. We actually enrolled her in school. She's now attending school for the first time in her life. And since she was this, you know, domestic servant, she was so used to just cleaning, and she wanted to stay home and help the mamas, the house mamas, clean and cook. But now she's actually able to be a normal child and go to school.
Wow, that's so great. Yeah. So inspiring. What are the things that you're looking to do now? What are your current projects and how can we help?
So our big focus is on the education access program, and this includes first and foremost our after school program, which we are looking to expand and take in more kids in the area. Currently we have about 100, but there's a waiting list and a lot of children need the support. The thing in Haiti is that they are taught French in school, but at home they speak Creole, and for most families that have parents who are uneducated, they can't get help with their homework. So they tend to go to school, and either because they can't advance in an education way, they also sometimes can't afford to pay the tuition. So they end up repeating the same grade over and over again. So we really want to expand this tutoring program, as well as we have been supporting the school where we host the program, St. Anne's, to continue to offer the only tuition-free school in the area. And when I say tuition, we're talking some of these families can't even afford $75 a year to send their kids to school. So we have been refurbishing the school. We built 3 new classrooms last year with a grant that we received, and we hope to continue this work with St. Anne's and keep the school thriving.
Great. And I would imagine also and help with the ongoing center, because right now you still have 8 kids that live at the home, right?
Right. Yeah, so we're still raising them till they're 18. Our oldest is 18 right now, and he's going to be ready to go off into his own future. So the idea is to keep these kids going until they're able to graduate, and then also set them up in a livelihood program so that they can have kind of something to work towards to be independent.
Great. And so what's your website? How do people get a hold of you?
Yeah, so you can find us at devoted2children.org, and there's an opportunity to donate there, and that explains more about our projects and our programs. And if you're interested, please reach out to me through the website. We also lead trips to Haiti, in which we've been bringing high school kids down every spring, and we'll have 2 trips this year where we're bringing kids down to experience Haiti and to kind of break through the cultural barrier and expose them to a whole different experience, so that hopefully the ripple effect will take place and they can come back and make a difference in some way.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here.
For having me.
Thank you all for watching. I'm Christy Morrison, your Tahoe Truckee real estate expert. This is Kristin O'Connell. We really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.